Yeah. What you used to drink a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? What was your intention behind drinking?
Behind drinking, honestly, it made me feel a lot of love. Like it made me
Mm.
feel very happy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like when I did it, it made me feel very happy. Like I remember, like yeah, whether it was social situations or if I was by myself. If I was by myself and I was lonely and I didn't know what to do with myself, I would feel super happy when I was drunk, like watching a movie or doing
Mm-hmm.
anything. Like I just felt it felt happy. It felt like it gave me a break, you know? So like that was my intention, like
Mm-hmm.
was like just feeling fulfilled. And then also when I was around social situations, I felt like I sucked at talking to people and I just like I couldn't connect with people.
Yeah.
But when I got drunk, I didn't care that I couldn't connect with people, and I was like, I feel fine now, you know.
Yeah.
So, um,
It feels, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, but obviously, like, you know, you drink too much and you make a fucking fool out of yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
you like mess up your health enough to where like that's not doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. I've talked with people about like that hangover anxiety.
Oh yeah.
It's like a mix of your your brain chemistry is kind of fucked up because like you just had that huge rush from drinking, but then also there's the thought of like what did I do? Like how stupid was I
Yeah. Oh
yesterday?
my gosh. Yeah.
And like thinking back through all the
Mm-hmm.
things, yeah, I used to
Mm.
get that
Yeah.
and
The
trying to remember
shame.
like what stupid thing I said.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I would feel so much shame
Yeah.
when I did that too,
Yeah.
because I did a lot of stupid stuff to people, like a lot of stupid things. So, yeah, and then just living with that shame for like days, weeks,
Hmm.
like, yeah,
Yeah. I would
disgusting.
also use it for the social reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Early on, I would use it just primarily for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I always loved alcohol. It was like
Mm-hmm.
super fun.
It's
Um,
nice. Like it is a nice little like social lubricant. Like
mhm.
it's like anything else. Like a little bit of it is like it's kind of great. It
Yeah, I
works
think
really
in
well. But
moderation it is. And
yeah.
I've recognized that since stopping. Like the best part of it is like when you first get the buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for me, I was always chasing that, and so I would
Uh-huh.
just drink as
Yeah.
much as I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Me too. I did the same thing. It was like I would just, you can't get enough.
yeah,
And then it gets,
you keep drinking, and especially like when you're like out for a night, and like
mm-hmm,
you start feeling yourself coming down, then you gotta have more.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, in like
mm,
freshman year of college, the intention was always like get as drunk as we can. And similarly, I drank in senior year of high school. I actually, so my friends were kind of bad, and so we started drinking in like freshman year of high school and like
mm,
smoking, and I got in trouble in ninth grade. My mom found my weed, or it was my friend's weed, but
yeah,
I had it. Yeah, it sucked. It was the worst.
mm,
I wasn't in. I wasn't at home. I was with my dad, and we were like visiting my aunt and uncle for the night, like a Saturday, and then on Sunday, my dad was on the phone, and like I'm eating breakfast with my cousins, and then he comes in and he's like, "You got to talk. Your mom's on the phone." And I was like, and I talked to her, and she's like, "I found the bag," and like,
oh,
and then she was like, "I want you to," and then we had to drive home like
oh
three
man.
hours with me and my dad, and I sat in the back seat. It was awful.
Oh, yikes.
So then after that, I basically like I quit everything for like 3 years until senior year. And
Wow.
so I was just the one friend who was like didn't do anything.
Wow. Was it because all that, the discipline and like all the, like from your parents' end of like,
Not
you
like
cannot
they
do
didn't
that?
do that much.
Yeah.
Like she said I wasn't really grounded, but it was more just like you can't just go hang out like you have to like be at a friend's house or like have something
Yeah.
you're doing, not
Yeah.
just like open ended. And that was only for like, you know, a couple months. And then at a certain point, I think I just got in the mindset where I was like, oh, I haven't done it in 6 months.
I don't need it.
Let me keep going.
Yeah.
Keep the streak going.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally in senior year, I went to visit my cousin in Madison where she went to school. And then that was the first time I drank. But yes, I would totally do the just drink as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's tough.
And then I would use it more for the socializing and to get the confidence to talk to girls.
Yeah.
And then, like, I remember one time I was out at a bar and I felt, I was with two of my friends, 3 of us. And I knew I was like looking to meet women. And I walked in and I felt just like so much pressure. And I had already drinking. We'd like done a pregame and stuff. But I felt so much pressure that I was like, I need to drink more. And it was like anytime I felt the nerves, I would just want to get another drink.
Mm-hmm. Damn. That just, this like, when you feel those nerves, like that's important. Like that's what like helps you show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like learning to work with those.
Uh-huh.
So when people numb them, that's why I'm like, when people are anxious and they want to drink because of it, and like, oh, just grab a drink. I'm like,
It's not going to help you.
I mean, it's okay sometimes to ease that, but like you need to learn to work with those feelings, or else like
It gets so much worse. Do you know, I think I used to be this kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
But those people who are super friendly, super like outgoing when they're drunk, and then you see them the next day and it's like completely like you can't even connect.
Yeah.
It's like a different person.
100%.
And I used to totally be that.
Yeah.
Where I'd have like people who I'd be super excited and like talkative, and then when I was sober, nothing.
That's who I was too. There were definitely periods of time where I was like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just get happy
Uh-huh.
and like loving and weird and fun.
Yeah.
And then like when I'm not drunk, I'm like anxious and sad and depressed.
Like,
I'm like, who the fuck am I? People are around me. I'm a jerk, you know. And I drink and I'm like, I just open up.
Yeah.
And, you know. Yeah. Oh,
But the drinking, I
cool,
think,
man.
plays into the other one because you don't learn how to handle your emotions.
It plays into the other one.
It plays into the negative side. It's like you get the happiness from drinking, but then afterward you get the reverse side of all those emotions.
Yeah.
And then you also don't know how to handle them because you're used to just drinking to make it better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely tricky. If you get caught in that.
Yeah.
Getting caught in that loop. Did you ever get to a point where you were drinking, like, was it regular? Like,
Yeah.
weekly at least?
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely had that in, like, freshman year of college where it would be, like, every weekend. Usually, like, 2 days at least.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was, like, my fun. Yeah. I think there are a lot of people caught in that kind of, they're not like physically addicted, but that's their source of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go through a week of work, just get through it, and then by the end they're ready. And